Hi, I'm Steve Pelthorpe and I'm the founder and chief executive here at Iconic Digital. Today I want to talk to you about how to get the optimal return on investment from your online marketing strategy. Many people ask me, what's the best way to get a good return on investment? What's the best way to track leads and create opportunities online? Well, the first way to do that is by having an amazing website. A website that isn't just an information point, but it's a place where there's dynamic content that really comes to life. And not only that having that great quality content, but it then needs to be able to be a resource that you can track, monitor, and understand what's going on that website, on that digital asset from the off. So the first step to having a wonderful digital marketing strategy that converts is getting that website right. How do you do that? Well, you follow what's called the F principle. It's all to do with eye tracking study, where people look on the page. Did you know you've got just 1.4 seconds to convert someone, to keep them on your website from the point that they land? So the most important factor when you look at your website is to create that initial wow factor. So when someone comes onto the site, no matter what device they're using, even whether it's through mobile or tablet or even through the desktop, we've got to be able to create that initial wow factor. Where does that come from? Well, if we draw that capital F with your eye on the screen, that's where our content and our call to action messaging needs to be. Creating websites that are full of life, full of colour, lots of video content is essential to ensure that we get good leads coming to the site. But if we've got a good website, we've actually then got to develop a strategy around that website that feeds targeted relevant traffic through to the website. I've spent the last 5 years pioneering an innovative approach to digital marketing that looks at all of the factors that target that relevant traffic through to your site. And I want to share that with you today. The first element is search engine optimization. Search is a fantastic medium to be able to actually go out and get the right type of traffic to come to your website. And I'm going to be talking about that later in another video. If you want to find out more information about search engine optimization, then do go to our website to get that resource. The next area around is social media. Social media inherently connects in with search engine optimization because the more genuine people who share your content, the more backlinks that are created and the more authority our website is given. So social media is all about thought leadership, it's all about market engagement. So we need to make sure we've got social profiles, but not just social profiles, they've got to actually have followers. We've got to have people who are ultimately going to be consuming our content that we disseminate online. So that leads us on to the next area, which is content marketing. Making sure that we've got content that's living and breathing, that's communicating the right message that our audience are actually going to love. So how do we write that content? Well, we've got to make sure that we're producing blogs, we've got to make sure we're writing articles, producing information that's relevant and interactive. Using video is a great way, again, to make sure that you get that interactive flow with your audience as well. Once you've thought about content, then you need to think about how we share that. Another medium to look at is email marketing. With the approach of the GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, there's lots of ways that you can update your emails to comply with that legislation. So the GDPR is all about how we store, process and manage data, but when we talk about email marketing, it's about how we create an opted-in, personalised list that we can share content to. Getting those people interested in the emails that we're sending, not just because they want to receive information from you, but because you're creating that value proposition that people really love. Many people spend thousands of pounds on paid advertising every month without really understanding or knowing the effectiveness of that strategy. These days we've got not only the traditional paid advertising through Google AdWords and places like that on search, but we've then also got advertising through social media and remarketing as well. So it's really important when we look at paid advertising that we measure and test every aspect of the paid strategy. And what that enables us to do is to ensure that the money that we're spending to acquire that lead or that hit to our website ultimately is going to make sure that it has the lowest cost per click. So it's going to be utilising that spend as effectively as possible. But secondly, it's then also going to make sure that our website is going to convert that into a lead. There's no point in paying lots and lots of money on advertising unless we've got that conversion running through. So one of the things we do here at our agency is we spend a lot of time on the measuring and testing aspects using split testing technology and AI as well in order to ensure that we're targeting the right keywords or the right social ads at the right time to ensure that we get the right people that come to the site that are ultimately going to convert. And the final area of the mix is PR and remarketing. When someone comes to your website, we then want to be able to send them information wherever they go across the web. Have you ever been shopping online and then for the next 30 days seen relative adverts that come up popping up on different websites? That's all remarketing. It's using cookie technology. So all of these factors are driving targeted relevant traffic through to your website. And we use a fantastic tool that sits behind the website to map and monitor the interaction with every prospect to your website. Imagine knowing who's on your website at any point in time, not only knowing who they are, but having their email address as well, being able to track them every step of the way. Using that process gives us the ability to get a guaranteed return on investment. When you then take that strategy and you add artificial intelligence and the IBM Watson Hub for Marketing on top of that, you suddenly have a strategy that comes alive because we can deliver personalized content to our audience. So if you want to know more about how to get that interactive digital strategy working, then do come to our website and get in touch with myself or one of my colleagues. We'd be pleased to speak to you, give you some advice about how you can develop that online strategy that's guaranteed to deliver results.